Just trying to confirm that everything is working and everything is okay. Because I remember yesterday I was trying to do something about how to live stream on TikTok. So I saw one way and did that. But now I need to confirm exactly if it's working or not. But I don't know how to do that. So that's what I'm currently looking at. Okay, that's a tough one because where does it show that? It's not on the channel. Like there's nothing that indicates so and so is live. Actually, like what YouTube does. There's nothing like that. Or unless maybe I'm looking at the wrong place. Yeah, so if that doesn't work, it means we can just continue watching. Where's my gadget? The gadget that I was using to set up. Oh, but I would really have liked that if it was possible to, share it. But I can't confirm. I can't confirm whether or not it is visible. Let me search that. Red icon next to your profile. There's no red icon, meaning it's not up. Desktop. They say desktop. So let me try that. Yeah, there's no red badge. So it's oh oh it's there. Okay, that's good. I was starting to get worried. Because I was wondering, I mean, what to do. But it works. Thank you so much for the like. It works and that's good. Like. Okay. So now that that confirmation is there, that is very reassuring. Now I can proceed. Yesterday we did one part of the clip, and that is this portion here. Since I guess the audio should be playing. So let me just show you this. Come on, the audio is not playing for me. Let's try audio hardware. This should work. It's connected to my headphones. Let's try it again. Yeah, that works. That works. So let me just play that for you people to see. Oops. Okay, so this is currently where I was at yesterday. That is our progress. Already you can see that there are 2 bits at this point and we skipped that. Let's just put markers for that one. There are those ones, okay. There are other ones here. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to tap on the screen to show your support and also follow my channel. So there are two markers. Actually, I need 2 markers at this point and this point. Somewhere there. Let's just roughly place it there for now. Pum pum. Should I try a rotation maybe? There. This and then zoom 130 and 10. Nah. A rotation maybe 5. 10 is a bit too strong. Let's try 5. No, it looks like a mistake. I did that. Tap on the screen to show your support. Thank you so much for joining. How comes it's So from here. Oh, I can barely even realize that this thing is zooming. Okay, here. Zoom it out, back out. So 100, 100. Let's do that. Okay, I think rotation should still be included, but not the twisty rotation, but a rotation that can show something along the lines of impact. So let's try the 5 I was putting earlier, and then maybe a -5 so that it goes on the other direction. -5, and then bring it back to 0. Remember to just right click, keyframe assistant, and easy ease. It's very rough. Let's just move that. Wait, is this setting that I need to fix it? Oops. Properties, it's actually playing audio. Monitor off, monitor. Monitor off. Yeah. I guess that one should work because monitor only would set it as just monitor off, monitor only. Okay, I don't hear the audio in my head, so I'm assuming that one works. Let's try changing the type of graph today. Value graph. I want to pull this down so there's a bounce. It's too much. So somewhere. Thank you so much. Zoom out. So I think something around here. And then this little loading thing we put yesterday is not really visible. Let me try that. I don't think the rotation bit actually works here. You see that? It looks very off. Maybe I should make the impact, towards the left. No, that also doesn't work. Let's just go back to the original graph and put that where it was. Reduce that speed, and also on this side Then also need to do something about that. So out of 5, let's try 10, that we actually see what is happening. Then negative, okay, -8, -7, and then 5, then maybe 0 now. So it comes from something extreme to something that reduces as it proceeds. Okay, the rotation is okay. I'm liking the rotation. But now the problem is this. So this is 100, 130. Maybe I could just take it to 90. 90, 80, 80, 80. 80 and then push it to 100. Let's see how that looks. Okay, it's giving me a good zoom there. And now we also need to figure out what we are going to do with how this looks like here around. First option is to make it like a frame, so that it's like a frame within a frame. There's a frame and there's the second frame, and then this is like the main background. That is one of the options. The second is I just finish doing whatever it is that I'm doing, and then duplicate this clip and put it here at the back so that it's larger, and that would act as the background. Let's just see this first. I want to zoom, and then I also want to add jaws, so Control D to duplicate that one. Let's just remove all that. I want the jaws to be on the right and on the left. So jaws of 90. Yeah. I also need my script backup. Where is it? First layers. Okay, so scale and position. Let's see what we can do about that. Tap on the screen, tap on the screen to show your support. Let's see, maybe let's just play with the scale and position for now, because we're trying to do something that will not make this clip too static. Since the clips are not entirely clear, I can't really go full in on that zoom. Then another one here, scale, position. Maybe bring it up to here and say do like a full from top to bottom, and then position, scale. Maybe now we zoom out, go back to her full frame. So maybe 50. And then, okay, we're just roughly doing it, and then we fix and see what works and what doesn't. Add another null there. Now what I'm doing right now is preparing for the next transition. Which is now how it goes in with this. Okay, let's just first work on this, make sure this works. So right click, keyframe assistant, easy ease, and I think speeding them up maybe slightly to the left should work. Let's try that. Tap on the screen, tap on the screen. Okay, so the motion is not too bad, but now I need to sync it to the audio. Here it's a bit delaying. Okay. Hold up. So they want the whole part to be here. So you just push that and then maybe increase that. And then move this. But let this zoom out just be all the way. Okay, I know I pushed it, but increase the speed a bit. Tap on the screen to show your support. If you haven't followed my channel, please do. Okay, so I'm liking that. So what I'm going to do here, we didn't use this last one. So Control Shift C, pre-comp that. Control D, go to the bottom one. I'll just take it up to that point for now. Scale up here. I want to scale that up completely, and then bring little girl here, and I need to add a background. So what I want is, see this layer style that I had here behind this, not 3-frame masky. Mask circle BG loading bar frame with 3 masky. Okay, we go for that one. Shape layer. Yeah, it's on the shape layer, so Control C. Okay, and then we come back and add it here. Control V. It shows, don't do that. Oh, here, so T for opacity, we go up to 50. T 50 is still too dark. Maybe around 20. Oh, let's do a plain screen then. I thought we had we have a background. With a background, the screens don't usually look too bad. Let's try that screen. Yeah, not very clean actually. I like it. Good. Save. So now what we're going to be doing, since this already has that part, we move on to the next clip, and I want the next clip to be set up something like that. So we're going to copy and bring that design to this. So let me just Control Shift C, then open a new frame. So now I just bring in everything that is happening. Remove that. The things that are irrelevant we get rid of. It's not that. I have too many tabs open that I don't even know which is which. So Three Musketeers, yes, I want it. Control C, but I'll have to copy what is inside here. So Control V. I just need to change the color. So thank you so much for that one. BG, I'll need you as well. Control C. Also need to adjust the color to suit what we have here. So we're BG, mask, circle. So here I'll have to recreate this myself. What is this? Oh, that's the final thing. And this one is like a compilation of what we have. So with the sheep. Frame with 3 masky. So I need this. And also bring it here to the frame. Come on, I want to rename it. Usually you can rename if you double click. I don't know why it doesn't want to. So I call it just frame 1. C1, I don't know where C1 came from. And then next is the loading bar. I need that, and so that I can change this color. Control C. Okay, so let's just put that as full, and then let's organize. Everything that needs to change color will change color. So this other one, I think for this character maybe we go for a brown. Give me a brown, a good brown. Oh, it's yellow, maybe yellow. Okay, and then I'll just copy that in case. Oh, cancel. I was saying I'll just copy in case I need it, and then we're done with this part. Next is this one. Yeah, that's the one. Control V. Okay, that is also done now. I save it and call it Control Shift C and call it loading bar 2, so you don't confuse which is which with the other pink one that is currently there. So that's yellow one. So we're done with the loading bar. Next is the frame. We have to change the color of that drop shadow. Okay, and also the color of this. Changing it to to give a hint of yellow. Maybe I should do the same to the background here. Oh, it's plain white. Okay. Next is these musketeers. So for each, I put that color and then reduce I move it closer to white. You see that? I move it closer to white. Maybe somewhere here. Take all three. Control Shift C and call them 3 musky yellow. Save and move it now. Oh my, this one is very let's try layer style. Control C, Control V. Let's try that. So everything is so yellow. And then next scale, I want to flip it and bring it up here. So negatives to both. Where is it? There. There's actually so much yellow going on. Maybe let me make the loading bar. No, let's make the musketeers brown. Let me bring them back here for a second. Yeah, I think this shade of brown is okay. So Control C, okay. And I just change that because I feel like there is so much yellow going on. Should tone it down so that it's not very jarring. Like I still want it there, but not too strong. Okay, so we have that. Also the bar, loading bar, let's change that one. Okay, yeah, now at least it's not too much. Let's save. Tap 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 on the screen, tap on the screen. So we have that. Okay, last thing there. No, that's it. I think that's it. That's enough. Let's see now how we can integrate it with what is happening here. You see here, everything is moving. So the same should be done here. Motion to this, slide into this, slide into that, circle frame for that. So loading bar, position keyframe for that. Let's try 20 frames. I'm trying 20 frames and take you down. And then frame, also position keyframe. Let's take it around the same place and take it to the right. And then this one, our character here. Let's try a zoom from a scale 0 to 100. Oh, scale 0. Scale 0 to, it's usually 120, and then 90, and then 100. Let's try something. Let's try that and see how that looks. Tap 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 on the screen, tap on the screen. Let's see. Yeah, you see there's that bounce. Let's move it. It's so strong. Very strong. Here's a 1. Let me make it 110 instead of 120 then. Just slightly place it slightly above that bar there. Maybe that will make it look like they're not necessarily, standing on top of progress. Yeah, I feel like everything is moving so slow. Let's just try and do scale editing so that something is moving here. And rotation, it's going to go to 0, but then let's give it a twist. 25. Let's just try that. If it doesn't work out, we can remove it. Tap, tap, tap on your screen. Show your support. If you haven't followed yet, please do. So this is scale and rotation. Oh my god. Why does it look like that? Okay, so change that this way. Don't necessarily bring it all the way to the end. Something like that. Okay, the rotation is not working with me. I don't like it. Let's try the scale alone. Yeah. Let's try not having a scale for the character and let the character just be, constantly there. Okay, I think for the eye, I feel like that is a bit more gentle so far. Oops. I want it to move there. Same scale, position. We do the same old things and bring it up. Center the guy there, and then of course is just go directly from the graph and we go back to our speed graph. Push that to the left. So I need that somewhere where there is a bit. Let me just put the bits for now and then we see where to place them. Okay, Give it some. Okay, let's try that. So this, what happened? Okay, maybe adjust that position. We're showing the edge, okay, there. And then now let's add another null. Have another one here then. Position. I want to drag it down. So move. And also edit that graph. So there's that part, there's this part. And then there should be something for here. Should I do a slight zoom out? You know, we're just trying, and then finally we see how that looks. So position, take it up to maybe here, zoom out, see full body. Let's select that and then we go back to the graph and edit this graph. Tap on the screen to show your support. I'd really appreciate it. Let's move it to the next bit. Let's make each last 2 bits. I'm trying to move the keyframe and it's not moving. And then for here, we move this. Let's see how that looks like now. I want to zoom out, you know, appropriately. There. And I want this not to be that strong. Just ever so slightly. no, I realized a mistake. These two are not moving with the frame. I forgot to link them to the frame. Yeah. So maybe I should just speed. I didn't want to speed that up, but I'm not liking how it's moving. It's too slow, so I just push. Oh, back to value graph, and then just do separate dimensions, and we're working with the Y position. I need to get the flow plugin. That is so much easier to use. And then the scale, drag that down. Trying to see if I can just add the character to this part. So I think, let me see, composition settings. I'll have to increase the duration. Let me make it at 5, and then just drag everything out. You don't know those shape layers won't be there. Interesting. So I was thinking of adding the other one from this point. I still need more. More. So settings. And maybe up to, we add a whole second, so 6 seconds. And then let's just drag what needs to be moved. Yeah, this is sufficient. Then just Control C, Control V. And then at this point, oh no, I didn't need to. I didn't want to add that marker. So extract, Control Z. Trim comp to work area. There. For this other one, let's hide it for now. And there is still a hint of yellow. either way to customize. Let me say I bring in a new shape layer, new solid or a shape layer. Let's I want to like add a background shape layer. So let's do the ellipse and center that. We've always done that. And then scale, take you to 0 and then bring you all the way. Gosh, I didn't put a keyframe. So let's go back to the beginning and put a 0 and we edit the graph. Tap on the screen, tap on the screen if you haven't done so yet. Pop. So now what I need is, let me make it blue. Because this guy has more blue on his outfit. So let's go with a lighter blue. And then we put the blue here. And I want to bring it to yellow. You see, now change from yellow to blue. And then the bars I would really appreciate if they also change to blue. This and this. So I go back to mask yellow. Control Shift D. Should I just randomly just change them? Control V. And then finally make this one the lightest. Tap on the screen, to show your support. These 3 should be here. And let's just push them up so that at least it's one after the other. Pop. And then the other problem would be this bar. You can see the bar is loading. So what I'm thinking is maybe up to here. Control D. U. But then let this be maybe up to here. And then from this point on, let that be at the top. And then for this other one, we make it blue. And then let it end at the end. That's why we take it to the end, and that's where the keyframe will be. So what we'll have is it loads and then this continues as blue. Goes all the way to brown, and then the blue proceeds. So that's what we have. It goes all the way here, and then, but it's stopping. Yeah. Okay, maybe slightly. No. That way. Let's just save. Hello, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate having you here. It's good to have you tuning in. Currently doing a show reel edit for FINRA. This is a compilation of models done during her commissions. So that's what is going on currently. So this moves, and then pa, boom, boom, boom. I feel like this thing, the circle moves so fast. Let's see there. Okay, let's see how it is with the audio. So it just looks like ta. It just switches. It's just instant. I don't like that. Let's see what you can do to make it look like it's part of the design. But she just does ta 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 ta. Maybe could I blink the guy in? One. Remember what we did last time, where we did 1-2 frames and then 1-2 frames and delete. And then this one here we go for a fill. And make it blue. Blue. So it's like a blinks in. Should we make him blink out? So let's say normal, and then we said 2 frames. 1, 2. 1, 2. Maybe 3 frames. Then also same here. 3 frames. Move that and then move that. Let's see how it looks like. I think for this one also, I do a solid color rectangle, and then when it comes back we see these nice stuffs. So where's the frame? Frame C1. At this point, Control Shift D, Control D. This one I want it as and I want it on top of everything. So it's like 1 2 3 1 2 3. No, okay, 1 2 3, and cut that and remove. Okay, let's do this. The characters go to the top. Control D, move this. I'll do like, why is this one still blue? So here, it should start here. This character is here. Like it starts. Let's do that. That. Let me try that. Tap on the screen, share, and all that. Let me just center it. Yeah, that's better. Sorry, didn't realize it had shifted. So what I want is to have a transition come in. I want this to come in, but I need it lighter. But this is not it, you know that, right? This is it, the lighter one. I just drag it forward. And drag that. What I'm saying is the first blue is like the background. So let me put the grid as this color, because that's the color I want the grid to be. Okay, let's Control Shift C this, and you know what? Add a circle. Maybe this one, Control C, to let it mask. Bring you here. Solid layer. Maybe that. Let's see how that will be. Is the dark one? Is the light one? Let's see how that sounds. Let's see how that one sounds, and hopefully that is good. Let's see. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much. Oh, so okay, the transition is working, but it's a bit fast. So we're on the right track. So this was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Maybe stagger so that they meet there. Okay, even the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 4, and then this other one we drag it. Then go back to this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also try that one this way and see how that looks with the audio. Let me save first. Okay, so the flickering is not too much, so the flickering works. That's a good. What we need to do next is now add some movement. Maybe here, S and position. We're always working with scale position. Maybe we like drag him in. Say yes up to here. Not too much. We just want to, do some movement. Speed graph. We go on. I don't know if I'll have to increase this distance here. Have to work on that. But we see first. Nope, that doesn't work. It doesn't. Because the scale was not yet edited. But that was terrible. That was very bad. Position scale, we also do something similar. And now drag him out. 80. Wow. I needed 40. Make sure both are selected, position and scale, so you don't make the same mistake as last time. Move that. I want this to begin somewhere here. Let's see. I want to bring in this character twice. Tap, tap, here and here. So, where is he? This one here. Control Shift D, Control D, Control D. Start with this position. Scale up. I want you here. And then Control D, scale, and I flip the guy and bring him here. It's crazy. Here. And then these ones, I want to tritone them. Or T. And then duplicate and give us halftone. Let's get the exact ones from the previous one. That one. So Control C. Oh shit. Control V. That's so dull. And it is screen on a solid. Okay, but the one that I really liked was this other one. Wait, the one was alone. This one. See this one here in the background. Yeah, I liked what's going on here. So the base has a tritone, and then the top has the S tone. Same. But why does it look dead? Oh, screen. Sorry. It's this one, not that one. Screen. It's still too... It's barely there. What if we make the blue darker? The darker it is, the more we see. What about this shade? This one here, the far end. And then maybe just add some curves. Oh, the issue was the tritone that I added. Because now we see. That is so blurry, bro. $60. 40. It's so blurry. This is full. That's why I was not supposed to zoom these guys this much. But I want to. Should I? For this other one, I want the tritone I want the tritone to be yellow. And then the halftone. The halftone. Just copy that color, control copy, set it to that color. Okay, and then reduce. Before reducing opacity, let's set it to screen, and then opacity of 50. Maybe we can also add the curve. The curve was added to Control C to the bottom layer. Bit darker. Call this yellow. Or this blue. So I want to see what goes where. Oh, come on. Why is it not marking? Okay. So I want and now I move them in because I've already put them where I want them to be. Tap, 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 tap. So move up and then move up. So position. And I need this to be fast because that is exactly where I need them to be. So the same for this. Take you back. So they just do it, like drag it down. There. So for each, right, move to the right for this one. There. And then another one, same position. and we drag you here and down there. And then finally push, just take them back to original position on either side. On okay, in terms of scale and in terms of position, those are the two things that you are going to take this thing back to. So something like that, and there. Let me adjust this keyframe and all the other keyframes that are there, and then we see how the motion is, and then also see if there's any changes that need to be made for that. Well, let's try that and see how that looks. Slow motion, it works, but the actual thing does it. Yeah, so I'll be saving at that point. Today we've done 2 clips and a bit of a continuation of number of, so we did part of this and then did this and also that part. Let us look at what we have so far. We are at 28 seconds now. Progress is being made bit by bit, which is a good thing. Okay, so far that's what we have. Save. Thank you so much for watching, for joining, for being here. If you haven't followed, if you haven't subscribed, kindly do so to see more of my content. I edit videos, and if you have any of your videos that need to be edited, you can also kindly contact me through the messages, and I'll get back right at you. That being said, I will see you guys another time.